Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your bonus reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Four of Cups. This is good. Four of Cups is someone I think that is recovering from something. Okay, I feel like this is someone who is trying to just be okay. Right? I think you've gone through something significant in your life, and this is just this is the breath, the rest, the healing that comes afterwards. Okay, maybe you just had the fight of your life, and now you need to take a minute, and you need to be okay again. So it's not that we are trying to then be just absolutely cheerful and happy and ecstatic and positive. No, we're just trying to be okay. Okay? This is the rest and the recuperation emotionally after a very trying experience. Okay? I think that this is, this is our sailboat. It's just been through a storm, and we've found a nice, safe little cove, and we're anchored there, and we're going to fix up the ship, right? And then we're going to figure out what to do next. So it's okay if we don't know where we're going. It's okay if we're not jumping for joy and just extremely happy, Right now, Spirit's saying we just got to make sure we're okay. Let's see what's coming next. Let's see what else is going on. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. Okay, we've got a Queen of Wands here. Seven of Cups. Two of Cups. We've got a Nine of Wands. And we've got a Six of Pentacles here. So that's good, right? This is sort of getting back into it, I think. This is sort of, we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel there. I want to know who this person is, though. They may be a Sagittarius person. They may be a fire sign person. I feel like this is somebody that showed their true colors to you. I feel like when we're on this horizontal path here, we are, I think we are expecting somebody to really love us. Or we are expecting perhaps somebody to always be there. This Two of Cups, this is love in the background, right? I wonder if we were always expecting this person to be there or to reciprocate or whatever it is. But then with that Seven of Cups underneath, it feels like we were kind of let down. It feels like what we thought was supposed to be a very stable and connected and supportive love energy in our life was not. And that, I think, is something that we are recovering from, that realization. It may not be a fire sign person. I feel like this is somebody that has finally revealed their true colors to you. I think you're finally seeing this person for who they really are. If there is, Cancer, anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, let's finish up with our cards on the table here, and then we'll get into the details. Now we've got a Prince of Cups, the Devil energy, the Lust or Strength card, and, your Cancer Power card. That is a Knight of Cups. That is really big time improvement. Because from over here, we're just trying to deal with this situation and be okay. We're trying to find a way to exist right? And to recover or heal from this. Exactly what this is, I don't know. Okay, I haven't quite received that impression yet. I almost feel that it's a breakup, but now I'm not so sure. Now I kind of feel as if maybe somebody very important to you has passed into spirit. And maybe they were a fire sign person, maybe they were a Sagittarius person, maybe they were just an older female person, mom, grandma, right? An older sibling. Because I feel like we're just trying to be okay. And the Seven of Cups then becomes the card of mourning, of really just acknowledging that we feel shitty. Pardon my language, it's a family show. But what I see with the Knight of Cups at the end is that you're off sailing again. That life is going to be so good. And that you can move forward in life with purpose, with passion, with love. That this Seven of Cups state, this Four of Cups, Seven of Cups, it's not going to last forever. But we're here, we honor how we feel, we heal, we recover. But then you move. So I like this. Now this could still be a breakup of some kind. It could be that somebody has really let you down. Though I don't know about that because we're looking at these cards, we don't see any swords cards. So I don't feel that is really the deal. I don't feel there's anger. I don't feel that there is really any kind of confusion. I just feel that there is a sick feeling. And we're just trying to recover. And then Knight of Cups. And we're going forward in life with passion and with love. You know? And that to me is really, really beautiful, especially because this is the Cancer energy, the cardinal water energy. This is your superpower in action. Yeah. This is your ability to love and express love and give and receive affection. Getting back on the horse, in a way, right? Well, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Spirit's saying that you have very sensitive skin. What's going on with your skin right now, Cancer? I feel like there's a sensitivity or something. Here's Bubo, our mechanical owl, right there on that mystery card. We're not going to look at that card until the end. It will tie everything together and give us the confirmation, okay? If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. So looking around the room again, we have no major arcana energy here. This is something that you're dealing with. This is something that is a difficult situation, and there's no fast track to get through it. Okay, you realize that your best days are ahead of you, right? We thought that this was a love, maybe that was always this was eternal, and it is, okay? Whether this is somebody that has let you down, or this is somebody, and maybe they let you down by passing into spirit, right? There's not an anger here, but there is a sense of sickness, a sense of loss. So whoever this person is to you, I feel that they were somebody with a very strong personality. They may be a female, it's not really gender specific, but I'm kind of feeling an older female. But they're coming through as a very energetic person. Maybe they feel like it's even, they were like a writer or an artist, or they had something that they intensely would do, right? And very creative person. Very strong-willed, very opinionated. A lot of love in their heart, but the way they expressed that love was sometimes a little bit harsh or abrasive even. Yeah. And I feel like they really do love you very, very much. Even if this is, maybe it's a breakup, maybe this is they transition to spirit. There's still a lot of love there. There's a history of really strong connection between you and that person. This is that older female energy that's passed into spirit for you. Because I feel that it was, I don't know, I almost feel like you grew up with this person. I feel like there is a history of connection there. And there's a strong, like you and this person had a very unique relationship. Maybe it was grandma, right? And you were kind of, they would never maybe say this, but you were their favorite, you know? They're coming through as a very strong, very wise person with a big personality, and sometimes a little abrasive, sometimes a little just, they weren't delicate, let's put it that way. They're telling me that there's something going on with the insurance company right now, or insurance in general. Get the insurance thing sorted out, is what I'm hearing, yeah. So we got our major arcana here. We do have our fire energies. We've got a lot of water. This is really about the emotions for you. This is about you sort of, I think being very authentic and very open about how you feel and about what you're going through. You're not trying to hide your feelings away, Cancer. Maybe this person did tend to do that, hide their feelings away, right? And maybe they were always an example to you as a very strong and powerful person, but they also, as you grew up, you started to realize that you don't want to be someone who hides their feelings away. This is sort of the opposite of that. This is somebody who's really being authentic. And when you're feeling something, you're feeling it. You're not trying to hide it. When somebody asks you how you're doing, you say, not so good. Right? Most of us, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Fine. Thanks. How are you? No, hey, I'm not doing good right now. And I think that the message there is that there is strength in that too. That you can be a very strong and a big personality and very capable and very willful and still be authentic and still feel your feelings. Now, all the water energy. We don't have any air energy. I wonder if there was a bond with you and this person, but there wasn't really a lot of communication. I wonder if this was a person of few words. And I wonder if you're sort of a person of few words too. Okay? Because I feel like the communication, it took place in other ways. There was a strong sense of love, a strong bond, a strong connection. It wasn't necessarily a lot of words being spoken. Does that make sense to you? They're telling me that you don't live in the country in which you were born. Yeah. Or maybe it's not where you were born, but I feel like there's an ancestry. You live somewhere different than where like your family comes from, or where your ancestry is, or maybe where you were born, or maybe where they were born, or your parents' parents, something like that, right? There's some idea of sort of being a transplant to a different place. Okay? The Seven of Cups underneath, of course, is that sick feeling. It is that queasiness. It's kind of like, it's the seasickness. And that's why our ship, we're trying to get back to a safe harbor so we can just feel okay and we can just recover. I'm not trying to party. I'm not trying to jump up and down with joy. I don't feel very gleeful. I just want to feel okay. I think that you're coming out of a particular storm, and that this is the feeling we get in the storm. It's that seasick feeling. Okay. And the Two of Cups, like we've been talking about behind you, is a really strong connection with this energy. A lot of love in your background. I think that you probably grew up in a family where there was a lot of love. It may not have always been spoken with words. It could be that your family never said, I love you, but you felt it. You knew it was there, you know. Maybe it's not a saying the words, but demonstrating through actions. Maybe not even through typical actions. Maybe not through hugs, right? maybe through support, maybe through, even through, a kind of discipline, even through a kind of a teaching, showing love in a lot of other ways by providing, by supporting, by, I feel like this person, whoever they are to you, I feel like they are someone who they wouldn't really say anything. You came home from school, you said you had a problem with somebody or whatever. They wouldn't say a word. They would just show up at the school, They're that kind of a person. Maybe that happened. I feel like they would show up to defend you, no matter where. They wouldn't even have to, no words. Don't have to say a word. They're going to show up for you, And I think in our Four of Cups safe harbor right now, you're sort of, you're going through these feelings. You're feeling these feelings. I don't feel like you're angry. I don't feel like you're confused. I feel like you're just you're just being okay. Maybe you're going through your memories, and you're just kind of like, you're just processing. You're processing. Yeah. The Nine of Wands up at the top here is a card of strength. Yeah. And it's an inner strength. And I feel that this person really taught you that inner strength. And they're not gone. Let's be clear. They're not gone. They're here with you right now. Okay? They're bringing up something about it. When you met someone famous, I don't know, you did something awkward or something when you met somebody. I feel like you were sort of gushing over a famous person, I guess. And you sort of made a fool of yourself in a way. It's kind of a funny story, right? They're bringing that up. But you're a very strong person, as they are. And it's an inner strength. It's a connection with something. Maybe this person was a magician. Someone that is able to set their intention and get things done. If you don't have the connection with the purpose, with that moon energy, you're cut off from source, and you're not going to accomplish anything. The only way for you to really be ambitious and get your goals completed and get things done and to be productive, right, is if you really care. Is if you really feel a connection to what you're doing, why you're doing it. And I think that is something that this person helped to instill in you. A need to be productive, a need to get things done, a need to commit to something and follow through with it. Don't break your word. Don't go back on your promise, right? And if you have that kind of a commitment, that sort of that foundational sense of purpose, you can accomplish anything. Now, I don't know if they were a extraordinarily successful person, but they were a person who could set an intention and follow through and get it done. Yeah. And I think you learned that strength through them, in part. And I think that this is really, this is the willpower that's allowing you right now to sort of repair the boat, patch up the sails, repair the hull, and get ready for greatness, right? I like that we have this Six of Pentacles in the future position, because it is a very optimistic card. It's your ability to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know that you're not going to be in this Seven of Cups state, working on our Four of Cups, right, for very long. However, whatever the time frame is, you know that there is still a future. Right? There's a future of success. There's a future of harmony, of love, of cooperation. You know that the future is very bright for you. And so we're not worried about anything. There's no swords cards here. Very, very odd in a Cancer reading, let me tell you. Cancer readings usually chock full of swords cards. Because that's what Cancers do, right? We hide our emotions in our shell, and we defend our emotions with a sort of overactive mind, or a sort of powerful intellect. You're not doing that now. You're feeling how you feel. You're not trying to talk yourself out of it. You're not worried about it. You're not stressed out. You're just sort of, you're kicking back, feeling how you feel, knowing that you're going to get through it. It's like when you got the flu. You're not complaining. You're not lamenting. You're not stressed out. That makes it worse. You're not trying to hide it. And no, you're just saying, I feel like junk, and it's going to pass. This too shall pass. This is the card of material success. It's our first and only earth card. This is the success that you know is in your future. And I think you're taking inspiration from this person, even if I wonder if they recently passed. I don't know. I don't know exactly. It feels recent to me. But you're taking inspiration from them, knowing that you're strong enough to go after your future, accomplish your goals, and succeed in what you feel is your purpose. Okay. Now they're telling me that you've recently started a new sort of health routine, or there's something new that you started doing as far as your exercise or how you eat or something like that. Maybe you started cooking, maybe you're cutting out sugar. Spirit is saying that there's a diabetic in the family somewhere. So the sugar thing, maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody else, but the cutting back on the sugar, I think I think that's a good idea. Maybe that's what they're referring to. But a lot of us experience something like this, and we start losing hope. All of our good habits fall to the wayside. All of our positivity and our strength falls to the wayside. We sink down deeper into calamity and depression. We start eating poorly. We stop taking care of ourselves. We stop exercising. We stop leaving the house. I feel like you're not doing that. I feel like you're taking the appropriate time to heal and just be okay. But you know that there is light, and you're trying to walk forward into the future still. And I think that's very important. I think that's what this person, if it's mom or grandma, I'm getting a T for a name. I think they would encourage you. They'd say, "What are you doing? Why are you sitting down sulking? Get up. Get back to it." Of course, you're taking your time. You're allowing yourself to heal and grieve and whatever the process is for you. Knowing that the Six of Cups is there when we're ready to get back to it. Yeah. And now let's talk about the path of the serpent. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's free, so please, smash that like button. Subscribe. It helps me out. I appreciate that. So your general energy is one of authenticity. You are who you are. You feel how you feel. You don't try to hide it. You're not out there showing everybody and telling everybody your problems, But you're not trying to just ignore it. You're not somebody that just goes to work, business as usual. No, you're saying, look, I'm in this certain state of things, and this is the reality. And you're feeling it, and you're honoring those feelings, and that's a healthy thing. As somebody, on the other hand, that may have the flu, they may say, well, I'm just going to go to work anyway. I'm going to deny it. I'm going to keep doing everything I usually do. I'm not going to change my routine at all. And then what? They get sicker and sicker and sicker. It takes them longer and longer and longer to recover. Somebody who has lost a loved one. And instead of grieving and taking the time to do that process and heal and try to just be okay, they just continue with their routine. I'm not going to change a thing. I'm going to keep doing what I always do. And guess what? They never grieve. They never mourn. They never heal. And they get worse and worse and worse, And it takes them longer and longer. So I feel that this is somebody who's saying, no, you know what? I'm sick. I need to take a day off and get better. You've experienced a loss. I need to take time to process that. Recapitulate. I need to mourn. I need to grieve. Whatever it is. You're not denying yourself that. And that's a really healthy thing. Now the next card, or the next few cards, I think are really, really something too. Because this is that devil energy. This is that lust and passion and love and confidence and courage. And this, of course, is your very best self, your Cancer energy. You're out there in the world and you're following your path. You're following your bliss. You're putting yourself out there. You're giving and receiving love and affection. You're pursuing the Holy Grail. You're on your quest, right? And this is, you're sailing again. And this is the best news, right? I feel like this is one of the best readings I've ever done. I really do feel that way. The devil energy in the environment is, in some ways, a temptation. A lot of people would sink down into that Seven of Cups and it would consume them. They would be driven toward intense depression, addiction, overindulgence. All the good habits would be gone. There's a temptation. There's a devil on your shoulder saying, yeah, you're right. This is it's a pity party. Yeah, this is terrible. You should just stay home for weeks, not just a few days, but months, for years. Never leave the house again, actually. Eat all the ice cream in the freezer right now, kind of tempting us to just wallow in it. Rather than saying, look, yeah, I need to heal, but I have to help myself heal by doing positive and productive things, which are more challenging. It's more difficult to climb a mountain than it is to just slide down it. That's a slippery slope, right? So I think that you're doing the difficult work. You're doing the difficult thing, and you're intentionally trying to heal by doing the right thing. I had my liver transplant. I was in the hospital ICU for a month. And the doctors would come in and they'd say, the more you get up and walk around, the sooner you'll heal, the sooner you'll get to go home. At first I was stubborn. I didn't want to. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was mad. I was confused. I hadn't eaten in a month, right? I was NPO. And so I'd refuse to get out of bed and go walk. And I felt myself getting worse and worse and worse. And it was harder and harder to do it. A spirit came to me. A guardian angel, I think, came to me. A guide of mine, anyway. And it was through that experience that I decided to get up and start walking around. And in a couple of days, I was able to go home. It helps to have positive habits. It helps to have a connection with spirit. And I think you do. I think this person's still with you in your life. Okay. And I think that it's more difficult to climb. It's more difficult for me to get out of bed and walk around, even though I know it's good for me. I know it was going to help me heal and I'd get to go home. It was still difficult for me to do that. It was easier to just stay in bed, like a lump, and not move. I couldn't eat, so I just lay there and watch TV, getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And then it's even hard. The more weaker you get, the harder it is to get out of bed. Eventually, that spiritual energy came to me, and I did what I know to be the right thing, and I got out of bed. And it was difficult, and I was weak. I was shaky. I needed a walker, And then eventually I needed a cane. Then eventually I needed nothing. Eventually I was running and jumping and all that stuff again, riding my bike. So I feel that's also your energy here. In terms of your external world, your environment, you're trying to do the right things. You're trying to be productive. You're doing the challenging things that you know are going to help you heal. And get you back into a passionate life, into a confident and courageous life, to be your very best self. Why is the Leo energy in the position of the obstacle, or the energy that we don't want, perhaps? Well, perhaps we feel a little bit, as the Four of Cups might indicate, we feel resistant to accepting that kind of jubilation in life again. It's kind of when we're in a state of mourning or a state of loss or a state of sickness where we need to heal, it feels as if I'll never experience this kind of passion or love or lust or excitement or confidence again. And maybe we even sort of feel guilty. We sort of refuse that. And maybe for a time, maybe we do have to sort of refuse that. It's just not something we can feel. I can't force myself to be happy and to jump for joy. That would be inauthentic. What's authentic right now is for me to feel how I feel. I don't feel like jumping up and down and hollering and being all excited and, but perhaps we know that we will again and that we need to. And that this energy, and we're doing everything we can so that this energy can return. And I think it will return. And I think you will be elated once again. And you will be, you'll be very productive and very successful in your life. This person, this spirit will always be with you. Okay? I feel like things have been a little bit out of place for you in life lately with this energy. Part of our devil energy here is to just get things organized again. Maybe we're not jumping up and down for joy. We're not out there pursuing our happiness. We're not out there following our bliss or on the quest for the Holy Grail, but maybe we can do little things. Just do little habits around the house, have a routine of self-care. Continue to eat and drink water and go for a little walk, right? We don't have to jump for joy, but we do have to try to be okay. And I think that you'll be more than okay. I think that things are going to get very, very good for you. Now, let's look at our mystery card. I kind of want this to be more water energy. I know we've got a lot of water energy already. I want it to be some real happy water. I want either another 2 of cups. Really, I want a 3 or 9 of cups. We might get the Chariot card, your other superpower card. Let's see what we have. A 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is the completion of a cycle. The period of time that we spend in this safe harbor healing, repairing the ship, is going to come to a conclusion. It's going to conclude. It's going to wrap up. The 4 of Wands here is not you arriving somewhere. This is a bon voyage. This is people saying, have a good trip. Good voyage. Because this is you on the boat setting sail again, as we see with the Knight of Cups, right? Getting back in the saddle. And so this is the period of mourning, the period of healing in this safe harbor type of thing, this nice cove where we're anchored. That period of time is coming to a conclusion at some point. And you have to recognize when that moment comes, and you have to get back on the boat and sail away. Get back to life. Get back to living. Yeah. Not too quickly, but don't linger either, right? You'll know when it's time. The Spirit's telling me about some small thing in your wallet. It's a folded piece of paper. Is it a fortune from like a fortune cookie or something? It's a little piece of paper in your wallet, or in your, I don't know, some kind of a billfold or something like that. Yeah, what is that? Take it out, read it. Okay. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Cancer, Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe if you haven't yet. It is free. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know, that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.